Good evening. My name is David Rutherford, and I am the principal at Monroe Central. First of all, I would really like to give a shout out to Mrs. Ritchie at Wapahani for all the extra that she has done this year to pull off the MEC Star Banquet. I'm certain that she has been plenty busy with her own end of the year duties, and this has had to have taken many hours for her to put together. So, on behalf of all of us at Monroe Central, we thank you. The MEC Star Award Banquet is such an awesome event as it brings all of our conference schools together, not in competition with one another, but in unity for celebrating the accomplishments of the best in each of our schools. It celebrates the teachers who have influenced these students to be the best that they can be every day. It's a tradition that our conference is and should be proud of. It is the reason why we all do what we do. I'm truly honored to be able to be a part of it. Thanks again to Mrs. Ritchie for keeping the tradition alive in 2020 during these difficult times.
My name is Lori Dickerson, and I am the principal at Blue River Valley Junior-Senior High School. I am so grateful that the MEC Conference is able to still honor the MEC Star recipients and staff members during this time. Blue River Valley's first MEC Star is Abigail Irvin. Abby is the daughter of Tony and Kristen Irvin. She has participated in many clubs and athletics while at BRV. She played volleyball for 4 years, cheerleading for 3 years, and spent 2 years as the girls' varsity track manager. Abby has received MEC academic honors the last 4 years during her athletic seasons. Abby was a member of Forever Friends for 4 years, Art Club for 2 years, National Honor Society for 2 years, and 1 year in the National Technical Honor Society. She was a member of HOSA and the Health Science Education Morning Class Ambassador. In addition, Abby is a 10-year 4-H and Swine Club member. Abby has also been the Swine Ambassador for 4 years. Abby earned her CNA license this past December and plans to work in a nursing home or hospital setting while attending Ball State University. She plans to major in pre-med and then attend med school. Congratulations, Abby, on being an MEC Star. Blue River Valley's second MEC Star is Jacob Madden. Jacob is the son of Josh and Renee Madden. He has participated in 4 years of basketball and tennis, 3 years of baseball, and 2 years of cross country, as well as a member of the French Club. While a member of various athletic teams, Jacob has helped with various camps for the elementary students. He has been a great role model for younger students who really look up to him, especially since he's 6'5". Jacob is always willing to help whoever needs it and is a great example of what an MEC Star is. Jacob plans to join an electrical apprenticeship later this summer. Congratulations, Jacob.
I am Abigail Irvin, and the teacher I chose to talk about today is Mr. Harper. Mr. Harper has taught me in class every single year except for my senior year. He's also been a sponsor of our National Honor Society, and he coaches the varsity boys track and field and our co-ed cross country team. He has been the voice of basketball announcing for as long as I can remember, and he has a true passion for teaching and helping kids learn and better themselves. You're able to tell just by how he runs his classroom and how he always helps students when they are stuck or needs a little extra help, no matter what he has going on that day. I've had Mr. Harper teach me in various health classes and also in my 2 years of taking Spanish. And whichever class I've been in, he has always had the same concept when it comes to expectations for his students. He expects us to pay attention, to ask questions when we do not understand, and he expects us to be held accountable for ourselves for carrying on our work. And if we do not hold ourselves accountable, he made sure that he did. And that is something that I really respect about him, is he always is, him holding us accountable is something that will carry with each one of his students throughout our lives. He truly cares about each student that walks through his door, and even the students that never enter his classroom, even though there's very few that probably never do. He's truly happy that he gets to teach kids every single day. He's missed very few days since I've ever had him as a teacher. It's always been him, because you can just tell, as I think I can tell that he truly enjoys being there with the kids. He's truly one of a kind teacher and probably one of my most favorites that I've ever had, just because he, not only like the way he teaches helps me, but because he cares about it and he doesn't just give you a lesson and hope that you learn it on your own. And if you have trouble learning it, then he does anything that he can to help you. And he always has a smile on his face. So that's why I chose Mr. Harper.
Hi, my name is Jacob Madden. I'm from Blue River Valley, and I chose to honor my teacher for 2 years, but my coach for 4 years, Mr. Brian Klein. I chose to honor him because a lot of the students at Blue River really look up to him, and everyone really doesn't have anything bad to say about him. Everyone really likes him. He helps the cafeteria ladies out a lot. He's a good teacher. He makes sure we know what we're doing. If any of us need any help, we can go to him, and it doesn't have to just be about school. He helped me out a lot last year with a really tough time in my life. I lost my uncle and my great-grandfather within 3 days. And he just, without a care in the world, just helped me out with that, which spoke a lot. He didn't ask anything in return. He was like my second dad.
Hello, my name is Patrick Bloom, and I'm the principal at Cowan Junior Senior High School. The MEC Star Award is a special award that is given to the top students of each of the 10 MEC conference schools. The thing that makes this award even more special is the fact that these top students get to choose that teacher in their life that has had a significant impact. As a former recipient of the MEC Star Teacher Award, I can say that receiving this award is one of the greatest accomplishments in my 15-year career in education. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing two of the finest students Cowan has ever had. These two students exemplify the characteristics that define an MEC Star student. When I think about my 7-year-old daughter and my 5-year-old son, I can only hope that they possess some of the same characteristics as these two fine students. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Alexis Quirk. Alexis is the daughter of Scott and Michelle Quirk. Alexis currently ranks first in her class and maintains a 4.1 GPA. Not only is Alexis an outstanding student, she is also a true leader outside of the classroom. She's involved in a number of different activities and groups. Some of those include Student Council, Key Club, National Honor Society for 2 years, Prom Committee, Tribe Mentor, Cross Country, Basketball, Softball, Cheerleading, FCA, Campus Life, and she has also spent a number of hours as a Delaware County Pride Team member for the past 4 years. As you can tell, Alexis is a top-notch student and a young lady who has been a true asset to the Cowan community. Alexis plans on attending Ball State University in the fall to major in psychology. Once again, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you Alexis Quirk.
My name is Alexis Quirk, and my MEC Star teacher is Mr. Groves. In high school, we only see our teachers for less than an hour each day. With little time for our teachers to cover material, it may be hard for teachers to make greater impacts on our lives as students. However, Mr. Groves has done just that in my life, and I'm sure in many other students' lives as well. Mr. Groves has not only made me a better student, but a better person. During my junior year, I was in his AP US History class. I struggled with the material. He pushed me to study more and in different ways. I learned how to take better notes, and I asked questions. By the end of the year, I realized that the class had prepared me for my future education at Ball State. Outside of the classroom, Mr. Groves is the Fellowship of Christian Athletes sponsor. Every Monday morning, our FCA huddle met to share devotionals, songs, prayer requests, and praises. Mr. Groves has continued hosting meetings via Zoom so that I, along with other students, can still share our love for Jesus with each other. Mr. Groves' dedication and compassion for FCA and students have helped me strengthen my relationship with Jesus. He has impacted my life in many more ways than just my education. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexis. Now, Cowan's second student is Simon Underwood. Simon is the son of Scott and Tammy Underwood. Simon has been a standout student athlete during his high school career here at Cowan. He has also maintained a 4.1 GPA and is currently ranked second in his class. Like Alexis, Simon is extremely active outside the classroom. He's a 2-year member of the National Honor Society, student council member, tribe mentor. He's a Key Club member. He's a participant of the SCA, Campus Life, and a 4-year varsity basketball player. During his 4-year basketball career, Simon was the team captain not only his senior year, but his junior year and sophomore year. During this past season, Simon helped lead the varsity boys basketball team to its first sectional championship since 1976, and only its second in school history. Simon plans on attending Ball State University to major in nursing. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you Simon Underwood.
I'm Simon Underwood, and my star teacher is Mr. Lee Ingalls. He has been the most influential in my life for the past 6 years. In the classroom, he is a fun, creative teacher who finds ways to make his students feel excited to go to PE class no matter how the rest of their day has gone. I have been lucky enough to be his student and a player on his basketball team, which is where he has influenced me the most. I have been on Coach Ingalls' team for each of the past 4 years, and his message to his players has never changed. He loves the game of basketball, and he wants to win. However, he makes it translucent that his main goal as a coach is not to help us become great basketball players. It is to create responsible, mature young men. Year in and year out, he works his very hardest to accomplish this goal. I, for one, can say that I am a better person because of Coach Ingalls. His dedication, integrity, and sound morals make him a perfect role model for every player on his team. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Eric Douglas. I'm the principal of Daleville Junior Senior High School. It's an honor to be here for the MEC Star Banquet. And I would like to recognize Daleville's first student for the MEC Star Award, and that is Ashlyn Craig. Ashlyn is the daughter of Dale and Carrie Craig. Ashlyn holds a 3.82 GPA. She's been a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes for 4 years and has been the huddle leader for 2 of those years. She is actively involved in the Student Council, Athletic Council, National Honor Society, Historians, and she is part of the math academic team. In athletics, she earned all-county and all-conference for basketball. She also was part of a history-making basketball team that brought home a sectional championship to Daleville for the first time ever. Ashlyn plans to attend Glen Oaks College to play basketball, while her major is not yet decided. Ashlyn Craig.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn Craig, and I'm here to introduce my MEC Star teacher, Mrs. Christ. I chose her because she is someone who always has her door open for all her students who need it. I didn't really know her all of my high school career, but I got to know her my junior year when I first had her for student club. I was very shy at first because I took the class mainly just to get an art credit because, I can't draw. But really, I got to know her and she got to help me break out of my shell and ended up showing me my love for photography, and which I didn't know before. but she got me out of my shell and made me a better leader. And I can definitely owe her a lot, because she is the reason that I'm going to pursue something in that field. And she just opened up a door that I never thought would open, and kept pushing me to be the best student I could be. And I got the honor to have her as an English teacher this year too. So not only has she opened a door for photography, but also for writing. And she not only taught me all that I know, but on top of that, she took extra classes outside of school and made us the best students that we could be. And I wouldn't be where I am without her. And for that, I'm very grateful to have her in my life.
Okay. Well, it's been an honor, Ashlyn. It's been great watching you grow as a photographer, as a writer. It's been a pleasure having you for 2 years. It's been awesome.
All right, I will go to our second student. NBC Star student for Daleville is Evan Etchison. Evan is the son of Mark and Beth Etchison. Evan holds a 4.11 GPA. Evan is actively involved in the Athletic Council as president and National Honor Society. Evan also has been a part of many community service projects and outstanding student leadership for all athletic programs at Daleville. In athletics, he has been a 2-time Daleville Pitcher of the Year, 3-time Herald Bulletin All-Area Pitching Selection, 2-time Herald Bulletin All-Area Selection, 3-time MEC All-Conference, 2-time Delaware County, 2-time Delaware County Strikeout Leader, and a 2-time Delco Preps Pitcher of the Year. 2-time All-State Honorable Mention Selection. He has also been a part of a state championship baseball team. Evan plans to attend Grace College to play baseball and major in both pre-law and sports management. Evan Etchison. Thank you.
I'm Evan Etchison, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about why I chose Mr. Chris to be my MEC Star teacher. So I used to hate going to school. I was at the point where I was only going to school because I had to if I wanted to play baseball. So I had to fill my fine arts requirement. So I decided to sign up for Mrs. Chris student publications class. And I knew Mrs. Chris was the teacher for the class, but I never had her before. So I was a little uncertain and didn't really know what to expect. And then I found out she would be our teacher for our IU English class. And that's kind of weird. I was thinking I was going to have her twice a day, and I never had her before. And it's an understatement to say that Miss Chris changed the way I felt about school. Her classes made me actually enjoy going to school again. She not only made these classes enjoyable, but the lessons that she taught me, I learned in them follow me throughout the rest of my life. Mrs. Chris became the person that I would go to if I had a problem, or if I just needed someone to talk to. She's not only the best teacher that I've ever had, but she's a teacher who has definitely had the most impact on my life. Mrs. Chris changed the way I felt about school, and I deeply regret waiting until my senior year to have her to take one of her classes. And I want to thank her for everything she has done for me this past year and for helping me become who I am today.
The impact certainly goes both ways, Evan. It's been an awesome year.
It is my pleasure to introduce our female recipient of the MEC Star Award, Allison Spalding. Allison has been a member of our basketball program and track teams at Eastern Hancock for the last 4 years. As a member of the track team, Allie was the conference long jump champion both her sophomore and junior years and was a regional qualifier in the same event both years. As a junior, Allie led the track team in individual points scored. As a member of the basketball team, Allie has been the Defensive Player of the Year the last 2 years and is the school record holder for charges taken, which tells you a little bit about her toughness. Allie has been a leader in our Fellowship of Christian Athletes for the last 4 years and was recently awarded the Central Indiana FCA Student Leader of the Year Award. Allie plans to attend Lee University in the fall to study communications and graphic design. I am proud to introduce Allie Spaulding.
Okay, hi, I'm Allie Spaulding, and I am here to honor Mr. Stonerock for the MEC Star Award. I'm going to read a little bit of what I've written about Mr. Stonerock. Mr. Stonerock is the most influential teacher I've ever had. I've always loved writing to some degree, but that joy was always removed when it came to academic writing. I would always struggle to get to the word count requirements and hand my paper in on time. But it was different my senior year in AP Lit with Mr. Stonerock. He assigned us a book, The Great Gatsby, which I loved, and later assigned a paper to write concerning the book. I thought this was going to be the same story of all my other academic writing, but to my surprise, it wasn't. I was looking forward to writing this paper. I remember eating dinner before a basketball game, and all I could think about was this paper. I finished eating and went to Mr. Stonerock's room to discuss my paper in further detail. He inspired me with this paper. No, it wasn't the paper that made me love writing again, but the way Mr. Stonerock made these writing assignments. After a conversation about my paper, I spent the whole bus ride to a basketball game writing my essay, using all the suggestions he gave and really putting my best work into it. I felt inspired to write this paper. I don't believe the inspiration came from the book, though it was a fantastic book. I believe it came from the way Mr. Stonerock approaches teaching. It's not about getting a perfect score or loading students with countless hours of homework. It's all about connecting with the learning material and truly gaining knowledge. I appreciated my time in 6th period AP Lit more than anything else. Mr. Stonerock is a truly inspiring and influential teacher that each of the Hancock is lucky to have.
Allie, wow, that was such a wonderful tribute that I really don't deserve. But I would just like to say that you have been a fantastic student this year and really an inspiration to me. It's always such an honor when students take a real interest in their work like you do. And, I know that it's not me, and it is in fact you, because I've talked to all of your other English teachers, and they always say the same thing about your determination and how you tackle projects. And it's such an honor to have a student like you that works so hard and is actually so good at English. You are just a gifted writer, and you are also really gifted with the ability to look at complicated literature and get something really valuable out of it. And so I think you found one of your skills beyond basketball. It's such an honor that you were thinking about literature and writing instead of basketball while you're at the basketball practice and game. That's I don't think that's ever happened in the history of the world. So I really think that you are quite gifted, and you just have a remarkable ability to look at things from different perspectives. And I think that is one of the reasons why literature might be appealing to you. So it's really an honor, Allie, to have you in class. And you're kind of the inspiration for teachers like me, because when we find students like you, it makes everything worthwhile. So thank you, Allie. Thank you for the kind compliments that I really don't deserve. But thank you for your effort in class, and it's been my honor to have you as a student.
I'm excited to introduce our male recipient for the MEC Star Award, and that is Garrett Henderson. Garrett has been a member of the swim program at Eastern Hancock for the last 4 years and was a member of our cross-country team this past year. As a member of our swim team, Garrett is a school record holder in both the 200 and 400 freestyle and has won numerous awards, including the Royal Pride Award during his junior season. Last fall, Garrett suffered a broken bone in his lower leg that required surgery, but his focus and drive during rehabilitation have prepared Garrett for the basic training that he will attend later this summer. After graduation, Garrett will be enlisting in the U.S. Army. Earlier in the year, we were doing scholarship interviews with one of his classmates, and the question was asked, which of your classmates do you most look up to? The student immediately said Garrett Henderson, and he mentioned Garrett's selflessness and his courage and he was so impressed that Garrett would enlist in the Army to protect his classmates. It is my pleasure to introduce Garrett Henderson.
I'm Garrett Henderson, and I picked Mr. Hibbert because he's been a great influence to me. He's always encouraging, and he always tries to get you to do your best.
The female student honoree from Monroe Central that I would like to introduce is Miss Hannah McCollum. Hannah is the daughter of Larry and Holly McCollum. Hannah is an accomplished three-sport athlete at MC, having been on the all Randolph County teams in volleyball and basketball. Hannah has also been honored with all academic state and conference awards. What I have appreciated the most about watching Hannah compete athletically is her determined work ethic, grit, and leadership. She always played within herself, knew her role, and gave her best effort. When someone needed to step up, you could always count on Hannah to do that. But Hannah is more than just an athlete. She is an extremely accomplished student. Hannah is on track to finish as Monroe Central's Class of 2020 salutatorian, having challenged herself to be the best in the classroom every bit as much as she has on the volleyball floor, basketball court, and softball diamond. To top it off, she's just a wonderful young lady, full of potential. Hannah is a member of the National Honor Society, was a Youth Salute honoree, serves in student council as treasurer, and is part of Life Point Youth Group. Hannah's future plans are to attend Ball State University in the fall to study nursing. I have no doubt that she will make a wonderful nurse. It's my honor to introduce Miss Hannah McCollum.
This is Hannah McCollum, and I chose Mrs. Bakke. She's one of the most strong and influential teachers that I've met at Monroe Central, and she's always taken her time to help me in the class thoroughly understand the material. She's always been there for me outside of class, like with letters for scholarships or college, and I know she'll always be willing to help me after high school with advice or other needs, no matter what she has going on.
Thank you so much, Hannah, for this wonderful honor. It's a pleasure to share with you in this special day with this special recognition and wonderful recognition for just a very wonderful, well-rounded young lady. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And congratulations on this wonderful accomplishment.
Our male student honoree from Monroe Central is Mr. Jordan Willen. Jordan is the son of Jeff and Don Willen. Jordan has been a 4-year wrestler and baseball player for the Golden Bears, ran cross country for 2 years, and served as a manager on the football team for 3 years. Jordan was recently awarded the Carrie Thomas Loyalty Award. This award confirms for me the one word I would use to describe Jordan, and that's loyal. Jordan is a genuinely nice young man. He's down to earth and has a fun-loving personality that's contagious. He's always willing to help in whatever capacity help is needed. Jordan has been unfortunate to have suffered injuries and illness that have prevented him at times from being able to compete. When he hasn't been able to compete, he has stepped up into other roles. His perseverance and grit are truly second to no one. Jordan has been an excellent representative of Monroe Central and has been a leader of school spirit for all of our sports teams. Jordan's plans to join the Air Force after high school. Jordan wants to serve and give back to his country, just as he has served throughout high school on the Farmland Volunteer Fire Department and MEC Student Advisory Committee, and through National Honor Society, Anchor Club, and as a Special Olympics volunteer. I'm not at all surprised that Jordan aspires to be in the Air Force. He will do so honorably, with great character, and with the same loyalty that he has lived his life by. It's my privilege to introduce Mr. Jordan Willen.
Hi, I'm Jordan Willen. I'm a senior from Monroe Central, and I chose Mrs. Intel. She is my senior Ball State math teacher. She's my first period teacher because I go to the MEC in the morning. So it was always fun going back to her class when I got back to Monroe Central. And I always knew, like, if I had a question about anything, it didn't even have to pertain schoolwork, that she would always be there, and she was always my favorite person to talk to at Monroe Central.
Well, thank you, Jordan. It was a joy having you in class. I've known your family for a great long time, and they're great people, and they've raised a great son. I'll miss you guys next year.
Hello, I'm Robert Mangus, principal at Randolph Southern Junior Senior High School. Very excited about being a part of the MEC Star Banquet again this year. Disappointed that it has to be virtually, but I'm very thankful that we're keeping this great tradition alive. Very special thank you to Wapahani and Libby Ritchie for making this video possible and making this event possible for us this year. Randolph Southern had great competition this year for the MEC Star Award, a great senior class, but the two that rose to the top are very deserving young men and women. So our first recipient this year is Cole Barker. Cole is the son of Kelly and Jeff Barker. Cole is just a great young man. It's just hard to describe just how great of a young man Cole is. He's very dependable, very reliable, very friendly. Cole was the only student that made it into the fantasy football for the staff at Randolph Southern, which I felt like said a lot, that everybody was willing to let Cole be a part of it and wanted Cole around. He's just a great young man. A local business approached me this year, and it wanted a couple students to help with a project. And they said that we need people who are reliable and dependable, somebody we can count on. And Cole was the number one pick that I had for that position and that opportunity. He's just a great young man. Cole was academic first team All-State for cross country. Cole was all county for cross country, and Cole also serves as our student council treasurer. The future is bright for this young man, and we look forward to seeing how Cole changes his world. Our next recipient is Leah Kiesling. It's very difficult to describe Leah because there's many parts of Leah that are wonderful. Leah is a top of the class. She's a great athlete, and she's an even better person. Leah works very hard at everything she does. She takes everything very seriously. She's also very courteous and supportive of other people, and it's just a great quality to see. I mean, Leah, for a small school like Randolph Southern, there's times in athletics where we get left behind, but Leah was made Randolph Southern look really good when it came to athletics. There was many times where she would finish a race in cross country, and it would be a little bit later before you saw the second place person. Even against bigger schools like Fishers, Leah was able to do really well. Leah is going to go to Purdue and participate in the cross country and track teams at Purdue. So we're very excited about Leah and what she's doing. She is the daughter of Brad and Lisa Kiesling. Lisa was she made cross country and track state into the state meet. She was all state for track as academics. She's the Randolph County Salute winner. She's the FCA president. She's the FFA vice president, and she's been academic all-state, of course, in cross country and track. Very, very excited again to see what the future brings for Leah. If the world had a lot more Leahs, this would be an amazing place, or even better place. So Leah's teacher that she nominated is John Lash, who's and she'll talk about him. He's very deserving, great teacher. He is a little disturbing too. But and then Cole Barker's teacher is Miss Tammy Clements, who is a rock for Randolph Southern. Gets our seniors through econ and government, and does a great job of preparing them for what college is going to bring. So anyway, thank you for letting me be a part of this great banquet, and that's all.
I'm Leah Kiesling, and this is Mr. Lash. He is my chemistry teacher and also he was my chemistry teacher and biology teacher, and he taught physics as well and ICP at Randolph Southern. And there are a lot of really awesome teachers who care about their students at Randolph Southern, but the reason why I chose Mr. Lash is because of his ability to go above and beyond to push his students in the classroom, not only in his subjects, because we all know that chemistry and biology and all those subjects are hard anyway by themselves, but he makes them harder. But he also teaches them in a way that you learn, and you learn life skills like studying and disciplining yourself and working hard to get your homework done that will be useful in the future as well. And he doesn't just lay all this homework on you and like help you work hard. He also individually cares about students. He jokes about like he doesn't care that much, but he really does, and it's obvious by the way that he asks people like how their day is going, what's going on in their lives, and about just like what he asked me a lot about my college experience that was going to happen, and like what made me decide to go to Purdue and all these things. And so Mr. Lash has just made a huge impact on me academically, and just been such a great role model for myself and a bunch of my other classmates as well. So I feel that he's very deserving of this award.
Thank you, Leah. Good luck next year.
Hi, my name is Greg Allen. I'm the principal at Shenandoah High School, and I'm here to present our MEC Star Awards for 2020. Our first young lady that will be earning this award, this prestigious award this year, is going to be graduating as our valedictorian. She is a scholar athlete and has been involved in 7 varsity sports and received 7 varsity letters. She received a letter in track, volleyball, 2 in tennis, and 3 in basketball. Not only is she a great scholar, but she is a wonderful young lady. She's kind to everyone that she meets, and she has many, many friends in the school. A good example of her leadership would be over basketball season, many times at home games, students would be able to go and get something after eat, snacks and so forth. And she would always volunteer to take the underclassmen who could not drive themselves. So she's always concerned about other people and being a leader at our school. This young lady was awarded the C. Eugene Cato Scholarship from the IHSAA this year, and to our knowledge, she is the first person in Shenandoah's history to be awarded this prestigious scholarship by the Indiana High School Athletic Association. So we're very proud of her. She's one of 13 students that received that award this year. She also is a recipient of the Indiana Academic All-Stars. She was a regional All-Star this year. They named 40 All-Stars and 50 regional All-Stars, and she was selected to that based on her academics this year. Of course, the young lady I'm speaking about is named Riley Johnson, and Riley will be attending Lipscomb University in the fall, and she will be studying engineering. We're very proud of Riley and know that she will do great things in the future. So congratulations, Riley, on the MEC Star Award.
Hi, my name is Riley Johnson, and I've chosen to nominate Emily Whaley for the MEC All-Star Teacher Award. First of all, you completely deserve it. You're a truly amazing teacher, and everyone here at Shenandoah loves you. I've had you for 3 years, as you know, Algebra 2 freshman year, Pre-Calc and Trig last year, and Calculus this year. And I've learned that you're just someone anybody can go to when they need help. You work with the teachers, with technology, and you work with the students. to help them in math or literally if they're struggling in any other way. You're willing to take time out of your day to make everyone else feel better, and you're able to put a smile on anyone and everyone's face, including my own. This year, you're even going above and beyond anyone's expectations by deciding to push yourself with 2 foster kids at home and by working on more college classes to be a better person for your students in the future. Shenandoah is very lucky to have a teacher like you, and no one in the building would be the same without you. I'm so glad I got to have you for 3 years. Coming in, I was this shy, insecure freshman, and you completely pulled me out of my comfort zone and showed me that it's amazing to be my silly self, and I just want to thank you for that. So thanks for all the fun stories you shared, the advice you gave, and the positive influence you've had throughout the school. It does not go unnoticed. Thank you again for everything you've done for our school. You are truly amazing.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Riley. It has been truly a pleasure to have you in class for 3 years. And I love watching, you won't take no for an answer. So just like with starting the soccer and just reaching out and always, I love how you're always friendly to every single person and willing to help them out. And just your smile every day is contagious, not just for me, but for the students. So I wish you the best of luck at Lipscomb. I know you'll do amazing things, and just thanks for the joy you brought in my life the last 4 years.
Thank you, Mrs. Whaley.
Thank you for honoring me.
You are welcome.
Our next MEC Star Award goes to Mr. Silas Allred. Silas may need no introduction to many of you because of his prowess as a wrestler here in the state of Indiana. Silas is a excellent academic student with a 4.0 GPA. Silas is third in the class of 92 this year for the 2020 graduates. I'll talk about his athletics in a minute, but I want to talk about the young man, Silas, for just a moment. In 25 years of teaching, this is one of the finest young men I have ever been around. Silas has dealt with multiple adversity issues during his young life, and each time he has shown a grace and a poise and just an ability to get through whatever life throws at him, and I'm very proud of him for that. He's a dedicated young man. He's determined. His work ethic is second to none, and that shows in his athletics. Athletically, he is a 2-time state champion for the IHSAA. This year, he was in wrestling. This year was 144-2. His career was 144 wins against only 2 losses. This year, he was 39-0 and was only the 5th person in the state of Indiana wrestling history that defeated all of his opponents at the state finals by pin. So that's quite an accomplishment. He was named, he's won several national awards as well as national championships in wrestling and state championships in wrestling. But he was named an academic All-American. That shows his dedication to his studies. And because of his hard work, the University of Nebraska recruited and selected him to be both a academic and athletic full scholarship recipient. So he will be attending the University of Nebraska next year and will be a Cornhusker. Silas's future goals are to study business and to hopefully one day be both a national champion collegiately and participate in the Olympics and hopefully bring home a gold medal for the United States of America. So we're very proud to introduce Silas Allred as our MEC representative for our males. We are very proud to be associated with Silas Allred.
Hello, my name is Ryan Chittister. I am the principal and athletic director at Union Junior Senior High School. I am honored today to represent Union as I introduce our 2020 MEC Star recipients. I look forward to this opportunity each year to recognize students that have excelled academically and or athletically. Furthermore, I would like to say thank you to all the educators that are honored this year as teachers that have made a difference in the lives of our students. Union's 2020 male MEC Star recipient is Zane Andrew Sharp. Zane is the son of Billy Dwayne Sharp and Brandy Lynn Sharp. Zane came to Union as a sophomore and has attended Union for 3 years. During these 3 years, Zane has competed in cross country, track, basketball, and baseball. He has been very dedicated to school and to all the sports in which he has participated. Zane mentions that his grandfather, Ed Poole, has served as his inspiration to play basketball at Union. Zane also mentions that his grandfather competed as a wrestler and was a 1967 high school graduate. Additionally, Zane has overcome many obstacles in his life from birth to the present. To begin with, Zane was born 3 months premature and only weighed 2 pounds, 14 ounces. He had to stay in the neonatal intensive care unit for the first 3 months of his life. Zane was born with underdeveloped lungs, asthma, eyesight problems, ADHD, and a learning disability. Zane has persevered and overcome these challenges. The challenges have served as motivation for Zane. The fact that he started out so far behind in life has instilled a work ethic, a dedication, and a focus to overcome the challenges of both school and athletics. Zane has learned to work harder than his peers to excel both academically and athletically. Some accomplishments that Zane has achieved is that he has finished in the top 10 of his graduating class. He has been named Athlete of the Month in the News Gazette of Randolph County. Zane was elected for the junior and senior homecoming court. He was recognized as a Randolph County Youth Salute nominee, and his most recent accomplishment is being named the male representative from Union for the 2020 MEC Star Award. Given the obstacles that Zane has faced, and through hard work and perseverance, it is evident that his efforts have paid off. We are proud to call Zane an alumni of Union High School. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Zane Sharp, and I chose Rick Painter for my teacher MEC recipient. I chose him because he really inspired me on and off the court as a social studies teacher. He was just a great, phenomenal teacher. He makes everybody smile. You can definitely tell that he loves and cares for the kids. No matter if you're in sports or you're just a student, he cares about you no matter what. And I just really think that's good for a teacher, you know, just kind of loving to everybody. And, you know, that's just why I chose him.
Hello again. I'm Ryan Chittister, Principal and Athletic Director at Union Junior Senior High School. Union's 2020 female MEC Star recipient is Savannah Freiberger. Savannah is the granddaughter of Dale and Linda Arnett. Savannah has attended Union High School since 2016 when she enrolled as a freshman. She has shown an immense amount of involvement and dedication to Union the past 4 years. Even as a freshman, completely new to Union School Corporation, Savannah took on the role of class vice president, and she joined a plethora of sports and clubs. Since then, Savannah has participated in student council, where she has served as vice president and president. She has been vice president and president of the National Honor Society, as well as a member of the National Technical Honor Society. Savannah has also been a member of our cheerleading squad and has served as a team captain for 2 years. She participated on our softball team, our math, fine arts, social studies, and interdisciplinary academic teams. Savannah has been a member of the following clubs and associations: Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Sports Management Club, the Glee Club, of which she was the student founder, the Drama Club, and was recognized as a Randolph County Youth Salute nominee. In addition to her involvement in the aforementioned extracurricular activities, Savannah has displayed academic excellence by earning valedictorian of her 2020 graduating class. Through her achievements in high school, Savannah has developed valuable leadership skills that she hopes to take with her throughout the next phase of her life. Savannah plans on attending Indiana Wesleyan University to study secondary education in hopes of becoming an English teacher. It is obvious that no matter what her future holds, Savannah will be successful and will make us proud to call her a graduate of Union High School. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Savannah Freiberger. I am a senior at Union High School, and I've chosen to honor my English teacher from sophomore and junior year, Lynn Pickett. And the reason I chose to honor her is because I think there's something very valuable about education that can be taken outside of the classroom. And she has 3 things that she says to all of her students, which is show up, do your work, and be nice. And that applies to in school, that applies to sports, that applies to jobs, that applies to literally anything. And like I said, that's so valuable. And also, her teaching is so universal to every single student. If you're a hands-on learner, there's something for you. If you learn from discussion, there's definitely something for you. And if you learn from reading and answering questions, there's something for you. And I think that is so rare because it's hard to cater to every single student, but she does, and no student gets left behind. And so that's why I've chosen her.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
I love it that you put in my 3 rules. And again, I think I told you years ago that that's something that a former boss of mine told me, and it was so simple. And when I got into the classroom, it was just so much applied. He was talking about it applying in the business world, but actually it applies everywhere. So show up and you're nice and you do your work, things will always be fine. So I've so appreciated having you as a student because you're so mature. You always have been. I think I first met you when you were in 8th grade, and you were mature then. I just want you to remember that I want you always to not be ashamed of being bold and smart and ambitious, okay? But also never forget that you're a lady. Okay?
Hello, everyone. I am Mark Fahey, and I'm the principal at Wapani High School. And I'm honored here to be with you and deliver this MEC Star event for the conference and to represent Wapani High School. So I'm here to introduce our 2 senior students, and then they will introduce their educator that inspired them. To start with, we'll start with Emma Shuck. Emma is number 1 in her class. In fact, I think she's been number 1 since the first semester of her freshman year. And she is the daughter of the proud parents of Mike and Tammy Shuck. Emma is an extremely hard worker, obviously being number 1 in her class. She is the president of National Honor Society. She's the student council president. She is or was a 3-sport athlete to begin with. I think she pared it down to just 2 and of course lost out on the softball spring season. But a big part of our athletic programs here at Wapani High School, not to mention all the other things that she does. Just an extremely hard worker. But the great thing about Emma is she's humble and very down to earth. And you wouldn't know, but she's kind of the quiet assassin because she definitely does take care of business and gets after it when she needs to. She is also very big into charitable organizations. In fact, she started her own where she was raising or bringing in items for needy children. and she did that a few years in a row, and I think had great success with that. So she definitely takes care of the community as well as the school she's in, and also still has time to do the things that she needs to do in order to improve herself on a daily basis. So Emma Shuck is our number one, and Josh Herbst is our second, which also happens to be number two in his class. Josh Herbst, the son of Steve and Kristen Herbst. Josh actually didn't start off like Emma did and had to work his way up, but tremendous work ethic, and moved himself all the way up to number two in his class his senior year. Very impressive. And it's just, shows his dedication and his work ethic in the classroom. And he also was a three-sport athlete, starting out in high school, playing soccer, basketball, and played a little bit of baseball, but then ran track. And Josh finished up playing soccer and was going to run track, but again, because of the school closures, wasn't able to run track this year, but certainly would have been a big contributor to our track team, and a big part of that group. Josh also is part of the National Honor Society, also won numerous awards for being an outstanding student in his classes, extremely hard worker. As you can see, he moved up to number two. Josh is also does a lot of charitable things too, and his whole family raises money for the East Central Indiana, the 6K Run Walk 2020. I think they raised over $40,000 for bringing clean water to communities over the world. Throughout the world, and so it's a big deal, and his family is in doing that, and Josh is a big part of that, and he is a big part of our school, just as Emma is too, and the senior class, and all the things that both of them have brought to Wapani High School and our school community, and making us better, and we're certainly going to miss both of those young folks, and we wish them the very best. So I am going to turn this over to Emma and Josh, and they will be able to introduce their educator. Thank you.
Jenna, thank you for everything you've done for me. Over the past 7 years, I've always seen you as someone that I could count on and talk to anytime I needed to vent. There are countless memories that come to my mind when I think of my time with you and with Wap V-Ball. The heated riff-offs that always ended in an argument, when we had to run 20 stair laps for singing a dirty song on the bus, the scavenger hunts and Kings Island trips, and the surprise baby showers and gender reveals. Also, the time that you gave me and Annie an envelope and told us to open it on Christmas, which is how you told us that you were going to have a baby girl, Sadie Grace. In being part of this team, you taught me that sometimes a game isn't always about a win or a loss. It's about the team that you win and lose with. It's about being a family. I realized the severity of being close with your teammates, as you are with your sister, when I realized that I wasn't going to play with mine any longer. It was that last Newcastle game in 2017 that was by far the hardest loss that I've had in any sport that I've played. It wasn't the fact that we lost the game, but the fact that we were losing a group of girls that I had grown up with. No matter how sad I was, you were always there to talk me down and tell me that my sister wasn't going anywhere, she was just going to have to live somewhere else. Whether you were laughing with us, screaming at us till your face got red, or crying with us, I am here to tell you that you have made an impact on every girl that you have coached. I was excited to spend one last season with you as one of my coaches, but for softball this time. But I guess everything happens for a reason. Thank you for loving me and playing such an important role in my life.
You made me cry. You did so good. I'm so proud of you. Oh, thank you, dear. That was wonderful. And yes, I agree. Softball ending was the worst thing ever because that's one of the reasons I agreed to coach is so I could have a senior season with you. So that stunk, but I will always be here for both of you, you and Anne. I love you both.
Hi, I'm Josh Herbst, and the person I chose to honor is Brian Ramage. And I chose him for a couple of reasons. First of all, he was my basketball coach from 2nd through 5th grade, and he was responsible for a lot of great memories with some of my best friends and teammates. Basketball was the first sport I really took seriously, and he had a lot to do with that. Through his coaching, I realized my love for sports and my desire to do well. This drive helped me throughout high school, not only in the athletic field, but also academically. Second of all, he's always been a great person to talk to. Just about every time I see him in the hallway, I end up late to my next class, but it's usually worth it. He always shows a genuine interest in what's going on in my life. The third and final reason I chose Mr. Roush is because of what a great superintendent he's been. Throughout all my years, he's shown that he wants to improve the lives of everyone in the school. He's someone who truly cares for the community and does everything in his power to change it for the better. And that's been even more obvious in the past few weeks. Lastly, I just want to thank you for all that you've done for the senior class so far. It obviously isn't going how any of us want right now, but I'm thankful that you have taken time to talk to us and figure out the best approach for the last part of our high school careers.
Well, thank you, Josh. You've been a joy to have in school, and even when you were a cute little kid, we had a lot of fun. So thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well during this uncertain time. This is certainly not the way we wanted to celebrate our MEC STAR students and teachers. However, I'm grateful to everyone that helped make this alternative celebration possible. So it's my pleasure to recognize two outstanding warriors, Briley Kuntz and Cameron McLaughlin. I'd first like to congratulate you both and your families. Your hard work and dedication to our school community is greatly appreciated and recognized. You both have made a huge impact on others around you and have set an amazing example of what it means to be a true warrior. So congratulations to you. To the amazing families that raised these two young ladies, well done. You should be very proud of their accomplishments, and we're excited for their next journey and wish them the very best as they pursue their dreams. And to the two warrior teachers, Mr. Fulton and Mrs. Gill, thank you for your dedication and commitment to our students and families. Briley and Cameron have picked two great educators. Now let me tell you a little bit about Briley. Briley Kuntz is the daughter of Tammy and Jeff Kuntz. Briley has participated in 2 years as a Warrior Ambassador, 2 years NHS where she is the current president, 4 years Student Council where she is the current secretary, 4 years Spanish Club, 4 years FCCLA, 4 years FCA, 4 years WDTV, 4 years Athletic Leadership Council, 2 years track, 2 years SAD, 2 years yearbook editor, I'm still going, 4 years cheerleading, 2 years math and science club, 4 years FBLA, where she is the current state secretary and local president, 4 years golf, and the 2018 Gaston's Lions Club Fair Queen. Now, you cannot serve in these capacities without building relationships with others around you, and Briley is one that does not know a stranger. Briley, we are going to miss you, your big personality and fun spirit. You've always had a smile on your face, and you always willing to offer willingness to help others. And we wish you the best as you attend Marian University and study business advertisement. And congratulations, Briley, on this great award. Now let me tell you a little bit about Cameron. Cameron McLaughlin is the daughter of Brandy and John McLaughlin. Cameron has participated in 4 years cross country, 4 years basketball, 3 years track, 4 years Spanish club, 4 years FBLA, 3 years Athletic Leadership Council, 7 years FCA, 4 years Student Council, 2 years National Honor Society, 1 year WD ambassadors, 2 years Math Science Club, and 1 year Youth Salute. And what a great list that is as well. I've noticed during my short time at Westdale the silent leadership that comes from Cameron. Talk about someone that has grit. This young lady will outwork anyone. She has a determined spirit I love about her, and that determined spirit is going to take her places and help her reach any goals that she sets for herself. She doesn't like to be in the spotlight, so to Cameron out there, the spotlight is on you for this award, and you deserve it. And so we wish you the best as you attend Butler University and major in psychology. So lastly, congratulations to all MEC STAR teachers, students, and families.
I'm Cameron McLaughlin, and I'm a senior at Westdale, and I chose Mr. Fulton as my STAR teacher. I chose him because he has always provided an energetic and engaging teacher environment. His class is organized and planned out. I'm always ready to learn and give my best because I know he's always ready to teach and make sure no student is left behind. It is encouraging to have a teacher who puts their best effort into what they do and wants nothing but success for their students. He has also been my cross-country coach and wants to be my track coach this year. Unfortunately, that season was cut short, but I know that it will be great in the future. He brings the same energy to coaching as he does teaching. He fully prepares us for every practice and meet, which makes my teammates and I reciprocate the energy into what we practice and to how we compete. He believes in me to be the team captain as well as awarding me the Legacy Award. It is motivating to know there is someone who believes in me and wants me to succeed. I am grateful to have had Mr. Fulton as my teacher and my coach the time he has been at Westdale, and he is a true example of what it means to be a warrior.
Well, thank you, Cameron, very much for the honor and that you gave me with this award. It really means a lot. I think really the greatest mark for a teacher is seeing what a student becomes and an athlete becomes during this time. And for me, what I've really been able to see with Cameron, first of all, started with how she was out with cross country. When I first heard of Cameron, I heard of this remarkable athlete, and I had this standard that I really had to live up to as a coach of making sure that she got to where she needed to be. And she went above and beyond when it came to the expectations as far as an athlete is concerned. But then my second year at Westdale, I was blessed by getting to have her in the classroom. Seeing who she was, not only on the field, but also in the classroom, she really told me that she is an incredible person. So it's been a blessing to get to know Cameron, to get to work with her. I only wish her the best as she pursues her career with psychology at Butler. She will be greatly missed, but she truly has, as she said, left a legacy behind. And it's the reason why she deserved that award. Because a lot of people have some big shoes to fill with what she has done at Westdale, but I know for a fact that because of the legacy that she left behind, that there will be great things to come in the future. So thank you, Cameron, again for this honor.
My name is Bradley Pence, and I chose to admire Miss Tammy Gill as my teacher. Miss Gill constantly goes above and beyond in ways that I admire her for. When you think she cannot possibly take on anything else, she does just one more thing. She makes time for everyone and everything. Miss Gill is a teacher at Westdale where she not only grades papers and teaches classes, but also creates a personal relationship with each and every student. When I am having a bad day, I can always count on Miss Gill to stop whatever she is doing in her class to talk to me about what exactly is going on. She is someone I go to for advice, to rant, or even just to talk with. With all of this going on, she also makes time to be such an amazing advisor for our FBLA chapter. Miss Gill is always making sure everyone is prepared for their conferences and their competitive events for the State Leadership Conference. At this point, I'm not sure how her plate is not already filled, but she does find a way to make more happen. Miss Gill is also involved in a financial organization with her son outside of school hours. So when she is not teaching or doing FBLA-related activities, she is working with her son. I admire her, as many other people do, for being such a hard-working woman and showing me that I can do anything I set my mind to. Miss Gill once told me, "Riley, I saw this quote somewhere and I have kind of lived by it ever since. It says, if it won't matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes worrying about it." I have taken that advice into my life and carried it with me all throughout my senior year. It will come with me to college and far beyond that. Thank you for the many, many things you do for Westdale and many things you do for me.
Oh my. Thank you, Brian.
Of course.
You know what you mean to me. And that quote
that saying that I told you is what I tell my own children. So I think that tells you what I think of you.
I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah. I missed you.
I miss you too a lot.
No. But just because you're graduating doesn't mean that we will not stay in contact.
Right.
Because I will be contacting you if I don't hear from you.
Okay. That sounds good.
I love you, gal.
I love you too.